Definitely an exciting game, for sure. A couple of fantastic goals. Lamar Nagel's goal. Joao Plato had a great goal as well. Plata. A couple of good combination goals. Our goal from Obafemi and theirs from Morales, and then a goal through a little bit of effort and determination from Andy Rose. It's we said at the beginning of the season we were a team that was going to play from minute 1 through minute 90 or 95. And that's something we showed often, and we showed it again tonight. And it's tremendous to get the 3 points. A big win for us in terms of separation and in terms of staying in first place and continuing to push for the Supporter Shield. So now we got to rest up, get ready. We've got an important game on Tuesday in Philly.
Your guys have talked a lot this week about how they look forward to these games against Salt Lake. Was this kind of a case of two teams kind of bringing out another level in each other tonight?
Yeah, I think the two teams bring out another level in each other. I didn't think in the first half for us, I didn't think we did a good job defending. I think we gave too much space to Morales. Didn't pick him up enough, and we usually do a much better job of keeping Salt Lake on one side of the field, and they did a good job of switching the ball a lot on us, and they opened the game up on us. But I thought in the second half our defending was better. That allowed us to then start to create more chances, get more corner kicks, get forward more. But there are, obviously these two teams, and there's a couple of others as well, that when you play them, you're going to raise your game to the best level you can.
Busy stretch now coming up. Can finishing a game like this kind of give you a little boost going forward?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It was a lot of hard work for our guys tonight. So, they've got to, like I said, rest and recover. We'll see what Philadelphia throws out there tomorrow. So that's our next game, our next preparation, and then after Tuesday, we'll worry about New York on Saturday.
Did you see or hear any indication that maybe the extra time you gave Dempsey helped him feel better tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I thought Clint worked hard. Clint and Oba both worked hard up front together. We can see it in his numbers, in his touches, in his running. He was unlucky, I think, on a couple of opportunities that he had in the first half. He had some decent looks, but it'll continue to get better. But the ball he lays through to Oba, that's a big time. It's not always about goals. It's about setting up people as well. And he did a great job setting up Oba, and Oba sometimes does a great job setting him up. So they can contribute both by scoring, and they can contribute by setting the other guys up.
Andy has really worked his way into the rotation more and more in recent weeks. What have you seen from him that has kind of allowed that?
Well, Andy, I thought Andy was an important sub for us today. He's got a bounce in his step. He brings that energy. You saw right when he got on the field, he immediately got down to the left corner. And just his fitness level is good. He's worked hard. He's fresh. He's eager to play. And all those things together have really helped him. And obviously late when we're trying to push forward, then his height and his ability in the air comes and helps us as well.
Lamar Nagel and the white play. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I thought Lamar was much better today. I think in a couple of games he's been struggling lately, but today, not just because he scored the goal, I thought his overall play was much better today. And, when he gives us that, and he sometimes comes from a little bit of a deeper position rather than always being high with the front line, then he becomes a lot more dangerous. And I thought there were times where he was able to collect the ball facing his defender, and coming at him, and that helped his game today.
What can you say about his goal?
That was fantastic. That came out of nowhere. You're not necessarily expecting him to shoot that one, and as the ball drops and he hits it. He scored a great one against Salt Lake in Salt Lake a few years ago, and this one was coming from the other side, and with his other foot. So one was left, one was right. So I don't think Nicky wants to see him shooting from that distance too often.
Did you feel like you were sleeping when Oba hit the crossbar, or Ronaldo made the stop on it?
Yeah, early on, obviously Nicky came up with a big save. I think Oba was a little bit surprised that he was onside maybe on that play, and he just hit the crossbar there. But we also thought, the game was, the refereeing it was all over the place, I thought, at times today. But, you know, at the end of the day, both teams had to deal with it, and that contributed, I think, to a little bit of the hecticness in the first half as well.
And Coach, you put the best team in the field today. What is the alternative for the U.S. Open final?
We'll see. You know, we'll see what team Philadelphia puts out there tomorrow. I mean, I'm less concerned about Tuesday in terms of being fresh or fitness because they've got to play a game as well. So they're going to have fatigue, and so we're sort of going into the game equal. You know, there might be a couple of people that we feel we need to move a little bit, move around, or maybe make some changes. But you know, we feel our group is a fit group and is going to be able to recover. And I know mentally they're going to be highly motivated for the game on Tuesday.
Are you looking forward to what Papa's been doing with the national team in Guatemala? I think he's on 70 for the game on Tuesday.
You know, he has a big game on Saturday, obviously, and he's going to probably end up playing 90 minutes in that game because that's a big game for his country. You know, Marco has done, you know, ever so well. He's got 4 goals for them in 3 games, you know, and he's really picked up the mantle, you know, for his country, which is something that I know he was looking forward to trying to do, and it was something he and I had actually talked about. You know, I said, it's your turn. You know, it's your turn. Carlos Ruiz is, you know, a little older now, you know, so it's your turn to step up and be the man for Guatemala. And he's certainly stepped up and has been the man for them in this tournament. He's somebody that, you know, we'll see how he comes through that game. He's going to fly directly from L.A. to Philly. So he'll be there, and we'll decide, you know, whether he's on the bench or, you know, how many minutes we think he can play.
Another moment between Clint and Nova to set up a goal. I mean, did it surprise you more when they do stuff like that, or do you ever kind of marvel at that, or is it just common there?
No, it's just common, you know. And at times I thought their passing maybe was a little off today from what it normally is, but they still look for each other and they still find each other, and that was just a great combination, you know. So it's something you never want to grow complacent when you're watching it. You know, you got to realize that you're watching some pretty impressive and skillful stuff when that happens.
From the start of the second half to the red card, the game felt very, very stretched. What did you think about how chaotic that 20-minute period was?
It was stretched because we were trying to attack, and there were times where, I don't know, it looked like fouls to me, and then fouls didn't get called, and so then you get stretched because the guy's out of position, he's on the ground, you know, thinking he's going to get a call, and the ball's going the other way. And it happened vice versa a couple of times too, where I'm sure they thought they were fouled and the ball went the other way. So that added to the game being stretched. But I really thought in the second half we got even before the red card, we were starting to get the game under control and starting to exert more pressure on them.
Sure, you don't put too much stock in this, but is there some statement to be made about beating RSL when they're essentially at their best?
You know, I mean, RSL is a good team, you know, and we have to be on top of our game when we play them. And so winning both games at home this year, you know, was important for us. Obviously, they got the win there, but as I told our team before the game, you know, in the win there that they got, there were 2 situations in the first half, you know, where Brad Evans had a heavy touch when he would have been in one-on-one with Raimondo. The one where Dempsey headed, you know, at him where maybe that ball falls and he can shoot it. And there was one through ball that we just hit a little bit too hard for Dempsey. So we had 3 really good looks in the first half in Salt Lake. And even though we lost that game, I reminded the team that this is a team that we can get behind, and that's what we got to look to do here.
With 4 straight wins, is this team playing kind of right where you want them to heading into this busy stretch and final stretch of the year?
We want to win games, you know. We want to win games, and we want to get points, and we want to try and make this a very special year. So we've got a special opportunity on Tuesday to win another Open Cup, and you know, Philly's going to be highly motivated because this is their first opportunity to do that. But you know, we're going to be equally motivated. So you know, having a win, always winning helps build confidence. Coming and winning late like we did today helps build confidence because you feel that, hey, no matter how long it goes, we have that ability to come back.
What does it say falling behind early in the first half to then go into halftime with the lead after getting that late goal?
Again, you know, it speaks to the character of the team. I thought the goal we gave up was a little bit soft in that we didn't run with Javier Morales, and he was wide open in the box. So we didn't do well defensively, but then we came back and got 2 goals, and put ourselves back into it. One was a little bit of a wonder strike, from Lamar, but it shows our character and the team's belief that, okay, 1-0's nothing, and we can come back from that. So, it's like, there's so many, the stats in this league are overwhelming that once you go down, that you generally lose the game. And, so fighting that stat, I think, and doing the opposite is always a good thing. It speaks about the character of your team.